Alrighty, I really didn't know how to start this video, but here it is. This is the 2 mega stacks of PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games that I picked up recently in one haul that I did with my good friend Nick, also known as The Last Soldier. Yeah, and this is it. This is it. This is accumulating of PS4 and PS5. This is just going to be a chatting video. It's going to be chatting about them. So let's get started. I don't really know what else to do.
How we going? Very good, thanks.
So we're going to start off with the stack over here. So first up, these first 2 games are not for me, but they are for my partner, so I got them for her. So first up is Horsetails. Now, for those that don't know, Horsetails is actually pretty rare to find. It is a very cool-looking open-world, poppy-styled horse exploring game. So I open that up. The coolest part about this one, as you can see, it has a pin with it, which is really cute. Also some art, some stickers, some little bits and pieces there. So that's Horsetails. If you guys want to see a more in-depth look at these, obviously we can start doing that at some point. But for now, I just wanted to go through them. And then up next, Birthday the Beginning. So Birthday's the Beginning is like a dinosaur type looking game. It just looked really cute. It reminded me of Spore. So I just really wanted to grab it for her and see what we thought. Looks really cool. It also says it includes a world guide. So yeah, it does actually. So that's really cool. So yeah, we got all these from various EB games around South Australia. So we pretty much did an entire run where we went around and we did every single one. So there's that manual. Manual's very cute. So I got that one. Both in amazing condition. Really, really good condition. So we got those 2 games there. And now we're on to my picks. So, as you can see, we're ready to go. So we're going to start, we might go left, right, just because it's going to be easier for me to be able to stack back up. So we'll start off with this one. Weird West Definitive Edition. Actually ridiculously rare. On price charting, I think it was like $59. I got it for 28 bucks. So most of these are EB games. I had a buy 2, get 1 free, $48 and less. So we technically got about 4 or 5 games for free during this haul. So Weird West, there's the disc, as you can see there. Absolutely awesome. So Weird West, again, really cool game. The art style, it's an RTS styled top-down roguelike shooter. It says on the back here, discover a dark fantasy reimagining the Wild West, where lawmen and gunslingers share the frontier with fantastical creatures. It's by Devolver Digital, the ones that obviously did a lot of really good titles. So, oh, they worked on Serious Sam as well. That's right, Hotline Miami. So Devolver did Hotline Miami. They did Heavy Bullets. They did Luftrausers, Shadow Warrior, Serious Sam. So they're known for quite a lot of titles. So that one's going to be pretty cool. Next up, another crisp PS5 copy, Scarlet Nexus. Honestly, I just love the cover on this one. It's just like, look at the spine. It's going to look so good in the collection. So Scarlet Nexus there, very happy with that one. And also the disc itself. Oh, there's a code in there. We will swap that around. The disc is awesome. So super keen again to see what this game's like. It looks like a JRPG styled game. Not something I'd usually play, but hey, could be really fun. All right, next up. Now this one, Soldier was very happy that I picked this one up because he's got a copy of it. Resident Evil 4. This is on the PS4. It might be an import as well because it says rated M for mature. And I just love like the edgy art style of it on the back. It's pretty much like an old PS3. Well, it is a PS3 game, but it looks like an old PS3 game, which is sick. Very keen for that. Also, once again, look at that disc. Love it. Up next. Now, I've been wanting to get this one for a long time now. This is Wanted Dead. I watched a streamer play it a while ago and it didn't look like the best game in the world, but hey, it looked fun. Wanted Dead. Look at the cover too. Look at that. Look at the spine. Beautiful. Very keen. Also disc, super crisp. As usual, typical game these days. No manual, that's the game. That's what it comes with, but look at that. Looks really good. So I will say as well this early into the video, if you guys do enjoy content like this, make sure to comment down below and let me know what your favorite game will be out of this pile and if you picked up anything recently. And secondly, I will probably be streaming just about all these games on my Twitch. I'm a variety streamer. At the end of the day, I want to get through my collection as much as I can in my lifetime. So especially with all these now. So as we got here, Earthfall. Does anyone remember this game, Earthfall? So I remember this, right? This came out, man, quite a while ago now, but it's by Gearbox. And it's like, do you remember Call of Duty Ghost Zombies? The aliens? That's what this reminds me of. It's like Left 4 Dead mixed with this. 9 gig, 2018, I think. Yeah. It's quite an old game. So I got the deluxe edition for Earthfall. It's got a hazmat survival pack suit with it. It was pre-owned, it's probably used. But there's the disc. Love it. We did go to a Cash Converters and I picked up 2 from Cash Converters. This one here, Dragon Age Inquisition. I picked this up for $6 just because I always wanted a copy of it. So there's Dragon Age Inquisition. There's that one there. And honestly, look, I remember, so the reason I got this, I have a fond memory of playing this at my friend's mum's house. And we all like had a go on the PlayStation 4. We all like took turns. And this game just looked brilliant back then. And as it says on the back here, discover an open world, become the Inquisitor. I reckon that's going to be really fun. Also, that it's by BioWare and EA. I reckon that's going to be a really good pick. All right, next up. I should keep this one for the end, but I'm not going to. We're going to look at 2 sealed copies of games I've got now. First up here, we're getting really nerdy with this. So this is Sword Art Online, The Last Recollection. Now, for you guys that are fans of these types of games, I'm not. I did like Sword Art back in the day. Oh my god. So we got this for $28. It was retailed at $89. And we asked the lady there at EB Games, we're like, look, it says $28, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, that's the right price. And we're like, okay. Price charted it, it's worth $80 sealed. So that was really good. Obviously we still paid for it, but still, you know, so boom. Really happy with that one. So sealed copy of Sword Art. We both copped a copy, myself and Soldier did. Next up, we've got Just Dance. Now, funny story about Just Dance. I just really wanted to play it with my girlfriend. I thought it'd be really fun. So I picked it up. I doubt it's going to be insane, but I was like, whatever. It is obviously just it says no disc included. It's actually just a code in there. So there's no actual disc, but it's still technically a hard copy. Got that sealed, probably going to open that. All right, next up. I actually gifted a copy of this to one of my mates, and I decided I wanted to get it again. So Deathloop, never played it when it came out. Always wanted to, so there's Deathloop there. By Bethesda, same people that did obviously the Fallouts and also did Dishonored and things like that. It's been called Dishonored, but like with the time looping mechanic. A lot of people hated it when it came out. They were like, this is kind of meh. And a lot of people like it now. Like all these games are becoming more rare these days. Speaking of which, Fallout 4 is huge at the moment, and I struggled to find a copy of Fallout 4, but luckily it is in this pile here because Soldier and I did a swap. I gave him a game and he gave me Fallout 4 because the new update, you can now play with PS5 enhanced graphics and frame rate and stuff like that. All right, so next up is Back for Blood on the PS5. Honestly, super happy about this one. I've just always been a fan of these types of games, and it's just nothing beats just shooting a bunch of zombies with your mates. I'm just very keen to get stuck into this. All right, so here's 2 that are very strange pickups. They're not really something that you'd really see very often. I played the demo with Renault actually, and we both thought it was really fun. It was just very chill. It was very strange, but it was fun. There it is. So that was Catan. So I got Catan. I'm a bit upset about that dent there in the case, but that's okay. So Catan Super Deluxe Edition. This game is honestly so much fun. So it pretty much looks like the icons here, as you can see in the images in the previews. It's pretty much just like a town civilization settlement game where you like trade settlements. You trade various like minerals and like wheat and what's the word? Like you trade stuff. I don't know how else to say that. You trade elements of your town with other people. And it's just kind of chill. So to have a hard copy of Catan, look how good that looks. The spine's awesome. There you go. As I said, never done a video like this, so I'm trying to just like, I was going to record it on the couch, but I was like, you know what? I want to do it here on the computer, so here we are. All right, next up, we have on the PS4, Alfred Hitchcock Vertigo. Again, very weird game, very strange, as you can see. It looks like a Life is Strange styled game, but I think I got this for like $15. And obviously, it looking the way it does, like it's got a really nice case to it. It is a PS4 copy though. All the art book's stuck there. It's got the game and the art book there. So I cannot be bothered opening that right now because that took just so long to get in the case. I'm not a big fan of these cases, but anyhow. Vertigo, Alfred Hitchcock, might play that at some point, who knows. Next up, boy oh boy. 2 Point Campus. And yes, before you start screaming, I did try peeling the EB Games sticker off and it actually tore the box, but that's okay. And most of these games are on the PlayStation Pass, but I just really wanted to just have a hard copy, man. I'm really into hard copies at the moment. So 2 Point Campus, don't need to explain that. It's a campus sim. It might be fun. It's on the PS5. It looks good on the 5. That's all I could say. All right, we're going to start doing a couple PS4 games and then back to the 5 now. Subnautica. Love this game. If you've watched my channel much, Oliver's a big fan of Subnautica, one of my best mates. Boom. Subby is it's just such a good game, honestly. So yeah, we've got Subnautica there, which is looking absolutely fantastic. And also, that was made by Gearbox, or developed. I had no idea, or published, I should say. It was published by Gearbox. Never knew that. So there we go, Subnautica. Look at you go. Next up, this one was a find from JB Hi-Fi for $15 with a PS5 upgrade available. The Diofield Chronicles, sorry. It looks like a real-time strategy RPG anime-styled game. Not really something I'd usually play, but again, Looks pretty cool. It's got a Square Enix member thing in there too. And then we've got the disc there. It's looking really good. I'm very, very excited to see what this game's like. I'm probably not going to play it very soon, but hey, there's one for there. Now, I've been looking at getting this one for a while. And the thing about this game is it had a lot of flack when it came out. The first one was a launch title for the PS4, and you guessed it, it's Knack. It's Knack 2, actually. I've never owned Knack 2, ever. And I remember the Knack is back was like a meme. He'd like jump up and go, the Knack is back, baby. Anyway, so there's that one. There's Knack 2. The disc is cool. It's got the classic like launch title where it's got like obviously the manual on the left here. And then on the right, it's got the disc. Like there's not like, that's the manual. I remember when I was a kid, that was not the manual. But anyway, I'm sure all of you can agree. There's Knack 2. Now the pile is getting shorter, okay? You can see the top, so we're getting there. Man, I told you it's a lot of games. I think it's nearly 50 in total that we ended up grabbing. So here's the next one. Bit of a rare one. Remothered Broken Porcelain. To have a hard copy of this is strange. It's a horror game, hands down. I don't know what type of horror game yet, but it looks kind of freaky. If that's something you want to see me stream as well, obviously let me know. But yeah, what I think is really cool about this is because it's an indie game, it's got a little flyer here that says who made my game, how you can support them and stuff. Really, really cool to see that. Sorry, I just yawned. Now, this one I copped because Last Soldier mentioned it, and I'm glad he did. Naruto Ninja Storm 4 and Shinobi Striker. Looks amazing. Looks really, really cool. Very keen to see what these games are like. Again, not a big anime fighter guy, but hey, to have a double pack of a game like this for the 4, well, for the 5, awesome cop. Fallout 4. Very, very common. When I bought it back in the day, I got it for like $5, sold it again, bought it again, sold it again. And then I didn't have a copy. And I was like to Soldier, I was like, dude, I really want to play it now because obviously Fallout's a big thing again. It's resurging because of the show. So here we go. Fallout 4. They're probably going to make a remaster soon. I'm going to kick myself, but that's okay. Next up, God of Rock. I got this one for free. This was part of the buy two, get one free deal. And it just looks really fun. It's on the PS5 and also it's like a Guitar Hero type game by the looks of it. So keen to see what that's all about. What we got next? Now, the one that I've got here for you guys isn't one that you'd necessarily not see. You see it in bargain bins everywhere, no matter where you're from, in what country, no matter where. But I really want to get stuck into this at some point. Okay, I used to play it a little bit here and there. It's Elder Scrolls Online. Now notice here, no game subscription required. It used to be a sub game, same as World of Warcraft, right? WoW, you got to pay $18 a month for now. There's no sub needed for this. You own it once, you have it forever. Yes, it's on the pass, but I have a hard copy in my hands. I have the freaking disc right here. Like, how cool is that disc? Looks like a Game of Thrones freaking, like, I don't know, it's like a Game of Thrones thing. Anyway, next up, this one cost me quite a bit, but I picked this up before I ended up grabbing the rest of these, the day before actually. This is Gourd. Gourd is it's been told as like it's a Diablo-esque styled RPG, RTS game. And this is the deluxe edition. It's by Team 17, which we all know and love. They're a good indie publisher company. They do a lot of indie games on the PlayStation. But yeah, it looks good. Apparently it's not like insanely fun. But I'm keen to just see what the go is with this one, to be honest. So I got Gourd there. All right, next up, another one from Cashies. This is the second and only one I got from Cash Converters during this run. So it's Final Fantasy Type 0. I just never owned it. Type 0 HD, just never owned it. So I just decided, you know what, I'd grab it. I never actually owned it, so I was like, screw it, I'm grabbing that. Next up, so funny story about this one. I went to the store to get it. I went to one specific store. It was one of our first stops. I went to grab it. The lady went, oh, sorry, we don't actually have that. I was like, oh, okay. Went to another EB Games. I went, can I grab this one? Yep, no worries. Scans it in. I guess I had it. So Chivalry 2 on the PS5. The online medieval warfare. Obviously, you need PS Plus for this, so day one edition. Chivalry is a great game. I used to play it all the time back in high school. I'm showing my age now. So being able to play Chivalry 2 on the PS5, I'm just very keen to see how it holds up. Never got a chance to play that. Speaking of high school, boy oh boy, I used to play a little game called Killing Floor 1 a shit ton when I was younger. A lot. And then we have Killing Floor 2. I still got to fix the case up a little bit, but to have a hard copy of Killing Floor 2, I love. It's also got a lot of music from Demon Hunter in it, which is a great metal band. So Killing Floor 2, owning a hard copy, you can't do any wrong. I'm so keen that I have this. I'm so happy that I own this. We are getting there, guys. Next up, the Outbound Ghost. This one was a single purchase, as in I bought it for the price it was, which I think was $15. And as you can see there, it's for the PS5. It's a cute little indie game. It's got really cute little details on it. As you can see on this side too, there it is. It just looks really like, I don't know, cute. Looks like a Switch game. Here's another one that I bought by itself from a store. This is Chromia or Chromania, I've been saying. The back's in French, but it's like a bullet hell styled Geometry Wars shooter game. So we've got that one there too. Bullet hell blasting in the next dimension. That looks pretty strange, but cool. Next up, Journey to the Savage Planet. I just noticed the case is a little bit mangled on this one. That's okay. So Journey to the Savage Planet. I've heard good things about this. It's also on the PlayStation Pass, but to own a hard copy is fantastic. I'm a bit upset that the cover's pretty rippled though. I might have to fix that up. It just looks like No Man's Sky, but like stupid. Like it looks like High on Life mixed with No Man's Sky. Could be pretty cool to try out. So, all right, now this next one's a bit of a joke. We all know what we saw the reception was like with this game. It wasn't good. Okay. That's Lord of the Rings Gollum. I picked this up more as like a joke to own, to be honest, because I really wanted to own it. I can't believe Nacon worked on this. They're a company that work on like controllers and stuff. So that's wild. But Lord of the Rings Gollum, there it is. We all know it. We all love it or hate it, I don't know. But there it is. Next up, Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse, or Rebel Without a Pulse. Very, very awesome that I own that. Look at that cover. Hilarious. It's like an old like 90s horror movie. And I love the spine on that one too. So pretty self-explanatory. It's like Destroy Humans from back in the day, or Dead Rising, stuff like that. It's like a PlayStation classic. You eat brains, you possess the living, and you do stupid shit. I don't actually know. I've never actually played these games before. It wasn't in my generation. I wasn't an Xbox kid. I was a PS1 kid. But yeah, keen to see what that's all about. Next up, we have XIII, so 13. Wait, yeah, 13. I've had this one in the collection a little bit, but I didn't talk about it before, so I figured I would. This game is another Xbox original classic from back in the day. It's got like Archer-styled cartoon. This is actually coming back now. There's a lot of games that have this style. I covered one recently called Fallen Aces by New Blood Interactive, and they did Dusk and I Meet Evil and games like that. They also did a game called Fallen Aces, which looks the same as this, so this is pretty cool. This is another one I got exclusively by itself. This is Blue Fire. You've probably seen it on like the best roguelikes to play on YouTube, but to own an actual copy of this game, really hard to come by. I'm actually blown away I found this. I got this at a really good price too. I think it was 20 bucks. So yeah, to own Blue Fire on hard copy. If the devs watch this, guys, I own your game on a hard copy. Absolutely nuts. It's a Souls-like game. You play as this little dude, like on the front cover, and it just says travel through the perished world of Penumbra to explore unique areas filled with diverse enemies, sharp 3D platforming, challenges, quests, collectibles, and more. It looks really good. It looks like my type of like style, I guess, so I'm keen to try that out. Next up, I have a story for you guys with this one. So this is Final Fantasy VII, the remake. Now, I had a pile of games, right? I was holding a pile of games, and the lady that was working at EB Games, she could see them all. She saw this one, she said, oh, sorry, do you have, and then she's looking at it, and she goes, and turns to this couple and goes, oh, sorry, that man just took the last one. And Last Soldier looks at me and goes, we felt like dicks, man. I felt like an absolute douchebag. I felt so bad. I was like, I'm sorry, I got the last copy. But hey, look, I'm happy that I got this game. They're actually removing all of these from the PlayStation Pass as well, which is what I heard on YouTube recently. So yeah, Final Fantasy, there it is. And it's also got, obviously, I got to cover that there for the cactus. It's got both copies. It's got the data disc and the play disc. My favorite part about this copy, not to be sold separately, right? Look at that, not to be sold separately. So very happy that I got a not to be sold separately copy. We are getting there. I'm going to put this into one stack now, and we are going to start off with like literally my favorite game of all time on the PlayStation. It would be Mad Max. This is one of the best games I've ever played, hands down, by Warner Brothers, and also by, what were they called? Avalanche Studios. They did a fantastic job making this. So we've got Mad Max. There's the disc. Very happy to be owning this. If you like open world games like Batman and stuff like that, you're gonna love this. It is literally one of the best open world games ever made. Definitely recommend Mad Max. All right, so this next one is actually a local one. I believe this one was made locally at the uni that I went to for game design. This is called Yonder the Cloudcatcher Chronicles. Yonder the Cloudcatcher Chronicles. I think I got this for like 15 bucks. Very happy that I own this. It just looks like a cute little, like, I don't want to say Breath of the Wild because it came out way before. Poppy Animal Crossing styled low poly exploration game, right? That's probably the best way to put it. It takes the charm of like the original N64 PS1 games and puts it into a little package there. So very cool. And also I didn't get to show you guys the disc, super cute. So Yonder Cloudcatcher Chronicles. I don't know anybody that owns that. It's cool to have in the collection. And I need to get more indies, so it's good. Next up, I'm going to be playing this with Soldier at some point, I think. Saints Row. So awesome that we own this. So look, I bought this on Epic Games, but this is obviously the hard copy. And I kind of regret buying it on Epic Games because I'm never going to play it. I forget that I own those games. I don't go, oh yeah, I own that. So yeah, having this on disc, I'm probably going to get stuck into it. It's not as good as Saints Row 3 or 2 for that matter, it never will be, but it's more in the lines of like Saints Row 4 and stuff like that. But as you can see, there's Saints Row, and it's the Criminal Customs edition too. Not sure what that means. I do have a few DLC codes in here though, so I'm assuming it's something to do with all that stuff. Next up, a game that's on the Game Pass on Xbox as well as on PlayStation, but I really wanted a hard copy of, another Tripwire and Deep Silver game, which are the same people that did Killing Floor 2, Maneater. This game is an open world shark game where you pretty much play as Jaws, or like the Jaws equivalent, and you just like eat people, kill people. It's like Postal pretty much, but you're like a shark. So stupid, so fun, so ridiculous. So there's Maneater. And also the cover, the spine on that one, absolutely awesome. So love owning Maneater there. Alright guys, the stack's getting smaller. Now if you made it this far, thank you so much. It is really cool to do a video like this. Comment and like and share the video around if you enjoy this type of stuff. So next up, let's get straight into it. Valkyrie Elysium. So this game, it kind of took us by surprise. It looks not like the game I thought it would be. The cover's insane, and it's got an alternate cover as well. Look at that, right? Looks crazy. Now, I looked this up. It is by Square Enix, and the thing that took me by surprise with it was it says on the back here, summon Ironheart and unleash devastating combos. Long ago, Ragnarok, the end times loomed upon the realms. The All-Father Odin, with that last of his strength, created an emissary of redemption. An emissary of redemption. So it's like an anime hack and slash game about Ragnarok, which isn't what I expected it to be at all. So I've never heard a thing about this game. So I'm like super keen to see what this is all about. So that is going to be quite the strange game to cover, but hey, I'm very keen. So we got that one there too. Now, next up, this is a first-person shooter, boomer shooter type game, which I love collecting. For those that know, I love boomer shooters. I love Call of Duties. I love Doom. I love Quake. So this one here, Forgive Me, Father. Never really got into it on the computer, but I really want to see if I will enjoy the full final build on the PlayStation. It just wasn't my thing, but I just don't think I was in the right mood to play it. This one's like a HP Lovecraft styled FPS boomer shooter, to put it in perspective. And as you can see on the back, that's pretty much what I said it was. And yeah, the disc for this one, pretty standard disc. But hey, again, owning this is like owning the other boomer shooters that I've showed you guys and the other classic shooters, and also owning like Blue Fire, Yonder, Forgive Me Father, all those indies. They're worth it at the end of the day. Now, next up is Park Beyond. We went to so many EB games and I never grabbed this, so I'm glad I finally grabbed it. So there's Park Beyond. It looks like Thrillville or like Carnival rides mixed with Sims. It just looks like a fun sim type, like roller coaster game. I don't really know what else to say. So there's that one there. Okay, next up is Power Wash Simulator Sealed. I picked this up from Amazon actually, so this isn't part of the deal, but either way, there it is, Power Wash Simulator, pretty self-explanatory. We've also got Lego Brawls here, which I picked up before the haul, but I just never showed, so Lego Brawls. It's like Smash Brothers Lego, haven't tried it yet. The Night Witch, which is the deluxe edition, so this one here. It's like a bullet hell, also published by Team 17, with a heap of cool like postcards and things like that, or art cards I should say, on the disc. Soldier picked this one up. He picked this one up on PS4 actually, because we thought it was on the 4, but it's on the 5. And then I've just got, yeah, that's pretty much it. I do have a few left here to show you guys, but then they're ones that I've just picked up recently, like before this haul, that I haven't gotten a chance to play yet. So we've got Forspoken. As you can see, it's still sealed. So Forspoken is like a third-person action adventure game. Looks really fun, keen to try it. I stayed away from Ubisoft games because, for this haul specifically, because I own a lot of Ubisoft games, and secondly, I am a Ubisoft partnered creator. So I'm very fortunate enough that sometimes when a big game comes out, like Skull and Bones or Assassin's Creed Mirage, I get a key sent out for it. So I tend not to go for those ones. Next up, we've got The Last Stand Aftermath, and then we got a few left. So this looks like, if you've ever seen Project Zomboid or DayZ, it looks like that type of game, or like How to Survive, like an old Steam type zombie shooter game. Keen to see what this is about. Don't know when I'll get to it though. All right, now these next two are from my girlfriend. She bought them for me for Valentine's Day actually, and one of them is a Ubisoft title. So we got Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Actually a really good game. The graphics are insane. It's literally Far Cry but Avatar universe. It's worth a shot. It's fun. I like it. You don't have to think much, you just enjoy it and play it. And it has a really cool mechanic where you can harvest certain materials and plants. And the way that you got to do it with the controllers, you got to move it a certain way to like tug the plants out Don't really know how to explain it, but you'll see what I mean if you look it up. So there's Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora. And then pretty self-explanatory, Hogwarts Legacy I also got for my for Valentine's Day from it as well. Not a big Harry Potter guy, but we both really wanted to try it. And it's pretty much Dark Souls, but Hogwarts. Don't know how else to put it. That's my way of putting it. I'm just going to do that. Also done by Avalanche Studios, which did Mad Max, and also Warner Brothers as well. And then this is the last but not least. I picked up Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3, Day 1 edition, still sealed, Master Collection. I heard that the ROMs weren't too good on this, but I've never played a Metal Gear. I know, I've never played a Metal Gear in my life. But Jedly, you like PlayStation? I know, I never have. I tried one of them at some point. I think it was number 4, like Guns of Patriots, but wasn't my thing. So very keen to try this out. Wow. Well, here is the piles of the games that we picked up. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like and comment. And thank you so much for joining me on this journey. So this isn't my whole collection. No, it's not. This is just the ones that I picked up on that haul. And then there's about 4 or 5 that I picked up as of recent before the haul. So if you guys enjoyed this, my name's the Deadly Jedly. Stay deadly, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.